always do. Let's go to there. I'll just inform Lish. Yes. Hello. Hi. How are you? Please come. I'll just inform. I have sent you the link. Ramit, sit down. I have sent you the link. And Sri also, I have sent the link. Okay. So we'll start with the general advice warning, what we always do. Welcome, all of you. Pankaj, I would request you to start the session today. Uh, because Anamitra will be probably listening to you, he'll be going out. SHRI3. So, Pankaj, can you share your experience?
in in commodities.
Yeah, in commodity, in shares, in forex, everything. We
Commodities
are
has
starting.
been the best for me
Just
so
hold on,
far.
Pankaj. Just hold on, Pankaj, for a second. Yeah, this is the general advice, financial product advice warning. N P Financials advises all service recipients of the following. The information is provided only on general financial product advice basis. This is educational in nature. Trading securities, derivatives, CFDs, and foreign exchange contracts can be risky and not suitable for all. So what I'll do, I will give you some time to read this. And in the meantime, I will start the recording for, I think, MetaTrader. মিস্টার পাপ্পু আসছে বললো একটু বারণ করে দাও তাহলে ওকে আসার দরকার নেই বাই Alright, so yeah, so welcome to this session of July monthly class, and as in front of you, it is the general advice which always needs to be adhered to. This is all in educational in nature, and you have read this. And again, I'll give you some time to read this, and then I request Pankaj to start sharing, actually share his experience with forex, shares, commodities, and how on especially on two three aspects, mainly how you are identifying the trades, considering supports and resistance. At supports you don't sell, and resistance you never buy, number one. And number two, how most of your trades are matching with our sample trade ideas, that is number two. And how specifically you are drawing your trend lines to identify a potential breakout. So Pankaj, over to you. And if you want, you can share your screen, Pankaj.
So then I'll have to log on to my IG on this.
If you want, otherwise you can just share. You don't have to be specific trades. You can be after 10 minutes maybe, but first 10 minutes I would request you to just talk.
That's a hard ask, but I'll give it a go.
Yeah, thanks, Pankaj. Thanks a ton.
I've been doing this trading with Partha for quite a few years now. Started with Forex initially, but we started doing commodities, I think last year in February, March somewhere.
Yeah.
took the initial classes and then did some backtesting on all the 8 commodities which you mentioned,
Yeah.
and started did the backtesting till early February this year.
Yeah.
After that, I started doing some forward testing for about 3 months
Hmm.
or so, and then we had another discussion about trades. The good thing which I found about commodities was they followed the technical analysis very, very well. I found it much better in terms of trending as compared to Forex. All the patterns like double bottoms and head and shoulders, uh, uh, change of trend signals like relative divergence go very well with commodities. And most of the trades which I've had, they follow the same principles. Usually follow from a monthly pattern and see if there's sort of double bottom happening, take it down to the weekly, and then grab the signal on the daily charts. Often I'll find the signal comes on a support or a resistance with a relative divergence, and it gives us a good run. You're trying to show high grade. Most of the trades which I've taken, they my trades are signaled first, and then I figured out Partha has given a trade call on the same sort of trades a few days later, especially in commodities. Most of the time in Forex, the same thing happens. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. I have muted myself.
Okay. Yeah. So most of the time it happens is my signals come first, and then I figure out the path has given the same trade calls through the client portal.
Yes.
What else did you want me to add?
How do you identify support resistance?
Support and resistance, basically I use monthly and weekly charts to figure out
Yeah.
is there some sort of resistance or support as in double bottom or a head and shoulder pattern.
Yeah.
Same thing on weekly, but the signals actually come from the 2-day chart,
Yeah.
which usually comes again on a support with a
Yeah.
double top or a double bottom and a relative divergence happening at the same time. Most of the time when the entries are triggered, they are triggered once the immediate trend line has been broken.
Immediate trend line is broken. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if we ignore a little bit of movement here and there, they give a good run. So if I don't muck around with my stops once I put the trade on, I
So you
just
don't
leave it.
change your stops. Yeah.
No, I don't change my stops.
Hmm.
But second thing which also happens is most of the times when it reaches S3 or R3, I tend to
Mm-hmm.
get very strict with my stop losses, and
Okay. So
I
then
don't let
you
my
change your profit target.
profit targets.
Yeah.
I don't let my profit be eroded after that because
Yeah.
often if it bounces, it will bounce from S3 and R3.
Mm. So can you see my screen? Pankaj, can you see my screen? So
I can
these
see
are
your
the
screen.
double top and head and shoulder patterns you were talking about, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, brilliant. Very good.
Same thing has happened recently on soybean.
Soybean.
Yes.
Soybean meal.
No, soybean, yes, main soybean, not soybean meal.
So what is the symbol?
S.
S only.
Yes. You may have to write soybean. Soybeans $1 here, here.
Oh, sorry.
Then
My
soybean
mistake.
meal again. Yep.
So what do you see? What did you see here?
A double bottom on a monthly chart.
So I'll go to monthly and you see this double bottom here.
Yes.
Okay, and then what do you do?
Once I've seen that, I go down to the weekly chart,
Yeah.
and this
So
weekly
we'll
chart
go
is
to
also on a
weekly.
resistance.
Yeah, this is weekly and this is support here 856 and resistance 908. Yeah.
Then you go down to the 2-day chart.
Yeah, 2 day chart.
I've got the Bollinger on there as well.
Yeah.
And you see the relative divergence and the signal happening at the same time roughly.
So you are taking a short here, long
Long
here.
position from here.
18th of July, that's a good long, because as per your saying, you are saying that you have seen this relative divergence in front of us and a double bottom in a monthly, and the signal come here from a support, and you consider this for a buy.
Why? Yes.
Fantastic, brilliant. Yeah, go ahead.
So I was looking at all the three charts of soybean, soybean oil, and soybean meal, and this one was the
Okay.
best out of the three.
Oh wow. So what he is saying, just to tell some of the newcomers, what he is saying, he is doing soya here, and probably soybean meal and then soybean oil. So if I have to keep this chart and then bring the other one, so this is soybeans, and this is I'll make it soybean meal. So let's do this. So I'll make this soybean meal. So I'll just change this to. First, you have to unlink. You have to unlink. This is the way to unlink, and then make it soybean meal. So what is comparing? He is comparing the sectors and all those things kind similar. So this is soybean meal in front of us.
That's a weekly chart, Partha.
That a weekly chart, and I'll change it to what? 2 day is it?
2 days, yes.
I'll change it to 2 day, and then you already told me soybean oil, and what is the signal for that?
BO, bean oil.
BO.
Yep.
All right, so I'll change this to this is of his own. He is doing his. I think is a good idea. Uh,
Right.
Soybean oil, yeah. So we have soybean, this one, which is the real one, and then soybean milk here, and then soybean oil here. Yeah, continue.
So if you draw the same things,
Yeah,
strongest chart was for soybean,
yeah.
but not for the soybean oil and soybean meal.
Okay.
So I took the soybean trade and not the soybean meal or the oil.
Oh wow. Okay, very good. Puru is asking how about your idea of taking getting out of the trade?
Well, I haven't yet. I've got my fibs drawn from the high of.
No, in general. I think Puru, yeah, in general. Don't
In
do a
general, I let my
specific.
stops run till I
Yeah.
reach some sort of a support or resistance, and then
Hmm.
usually they happen on close below and low taken out or close above and high taken out.
So if you have taken this trade on 30th of May on soybean, for example, if you have considered this for a short,
Yes.
then probably he will close the trade, if I have understood you correctly, on this date. It is close above high taken out.
Yes. I may close it a bit lower as well because there was a sort of double bottom, but
Yes.
the high was not
You,
taken out.
so you'd close here.
Yes.
That's a brilliant close. Double bottom monthly and relative divergence on 2 days. That's a brilliant. That's top class close.
In ranging market, it becomes difficult commodity market by time because then you don't really know which way is going. When
Okay, we'll reserve the question. So I'll first allow Pankaj to talk, and then we'll answer. Pankaj will answer all the questions. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Pankaj.
So this was all about soybean, and there was a similar thing happening on corn, which I think you
Corn.
mentioned in the trade call.
I put the corn trade call. Actually, credit goes to Pankaj, because Pankaj, while I was discussing one of his class, Pankaj told me, "What about corn?" I said, "Corn. Let's see corn." So he showed me this chart on corn, and what I liked on the chart before taking a before giving the sharing that trade idea is actually I saw something, and immediately I told Pankaj, "Yeah, I'll give this call." So I was, when Pankaj referred to me on this, I was actually referring to this support. We were talking on this date, probably 16th or 20th July this time. Pankaj saying that, Partha, what does it? How does it? How do you feel this one? Then this is the support which Pankaj told us in 2 minutes before, and this is the zone of support which is in front of us on a weekly, and then he goes to the 2 days, and we were discussing here, and I actually the trade call idea, sample trade call idea, when we gave that. Let's see that we actually we need to remember that you are agreeing to this all hypothetical data. We gave this 22nd of July to go long on 359. 22nd July. So on this date 359 we probably placed the trade, and now it is at 375. Yeah, credit goes to Pankaj for this sample trade idea. Go ahead, Pankaj.
Before that, there was a short trade on 28th of May, which you got your signal as well.
So you took this trade, is it?
Yes.
And when did you close this
I
trade?
closed it on the resistance point. So I had a target
On the
set.
support point, you mean?
Support point, yeah.
On this
Resistance
year,
zone.
350,
So
around 353.
when you had the first red bar, the big
Yeah.
one, yeah, it touched my target and I was out.
And what was the target set on?
350, I think it was.
That's brilliant. Fantastic. These round numbers are actually very good. Excellent. Fantastic. So you got a good trade on here. You entered somewhere here, and then you exit here with the 427 pips against 17, 42.17. That's almost a 2.5%. Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
This
continue.
high was bouncing on a 78.6 fib on monthly and a double top
Okay.
on weekly.
So he is referring to monthly charts which he has drawn here, and this is the 78.6 he is referring to. If you have, I don't know where he has drawn from. I think this is the
Yes,
one,
same.
78.6 here. So he drew this line, and then he got exactly 7. That's brilliant, professional. I'm actually inclined to ask you questions. One question. I know you are a busy man, and every one of us is busy. How do you manage to draw this fib?
Because I've drawn it already on my charts and was just waiting for them to hit.
And Puri is just saying how you get time.
I spend an hour every evening after coming home. The good thing
After,
about commodities is I don't have to rush in the morning.
yeah,
They are all 2 day charts, and
yeah,
most of the commodities don't do anything during the day. They open in US times, and
yeah.
most of our entries are stop orders, so we are not entering on the spot. So
Yes.
you have plenty of time to put the trades on, and they don't trigger for mostly 2 or 3 days at least.
Resistance.
Rejection.
Yes. So at 78.6, Puru is asking, what did you see? Did you see inverted hammer, or you just saw that resistance at 78.6?
And a double top on a weekly, and a crack and a snapback and relative divergence on weekly.
Hold on, slowly. So you saw a Fibonacci on monthly, which
Yep.
is in front of you.
Good on
Then you
weekly.
saw something on weekly,
Yep.
and you saw a double top on weekly. So
Yes.
this is the one you saw on weekly. Am I correct?
And a relative divergence at the same time on weekly.
And relative divergence on weekly.
So this
And
was
you
that
sorted
was
this
a crack and a
market.
snapback, but before that you had a relative divergence already.
393.
Yeah, maybe this one.
From 12th of March high,
12th of March high. Let me draw for everyone's benefit.
yeah, till
12th
this
of
high we
March
are
high
on.
to.
There was a relative divergence, and then you had a small double tap and a crack and a snapback.
So you had a crack and snap back, double top, everything, Fibonacci, everything happened. And on this day, 28th of May, you went to 2 day, and then you consider to take a signal when it actually came on 28th of May.
On my
How come is
chart,
that?
because the dates are different, it was also a relative divergence on 2 day chart.
People here are all agreeing to one fact that Pankaj is better than Partha.
I'm just following your principles.
But the things which you are demonstrating in for all of us is absolutely gold, brilliant. Even I am possibly can learn from you on this coordination between monthly chart resistance 78.6, weekly chart double top, and weekly chart relative divergence, and weekly chart crack and snap back, and then come back to 2 day and take a trade on the signal. This is absolutely everything which is written in the manual, but applying those things are actually brilliant.
And the trend line on today was broken. If you draw the black line,
Trend line is broken. Yeah.
Yeah, we know that, but how to manage that's
Speak
a big
out.
challenge.
Volume.
How to manage this one? Because you are doing forex, commodity as well as shares also might be. So how to manage this? We know this one. If you look only one con or one commodity or one
He's
thing,
looking
you can do
everything.
very easy.
He's
Yeah.
looking
So that
everything.
is where if I want to follow only one item, then
No,
I can
he's
do
studying
easily.
shares, commodity, and forex.
Yeah. So how to manage all this and
Puru is
why?
asking.
Or because the challenge is that's the main challenge for us.
So Puru is asking, his main challenge is considering the asset classes you, the grown-up traders, are possibly considering now. For example, eight shares in a shares asset class, 8 commodities in a commodity asset class, 8 forex in forex asset class. How do you manage to take the best or best possible trade as per your understanding? Correct, Puru?
How to keep record of this, like
How to
Fibonacci,
keep a
double
record
top,
of this
double top?
Fibonacci and double top? Is it in
Is
your
that just
mind,
one
or do
time?
you write
Yeah.
down in the chart, or do you write down in the Excel or paper?
I've got two screens.
Hmm.
So I've got a template for each commodity,
Hmm.
which has 7 charts on it. So I've
Okay.
got a specific line chart for every single commodity.
Yeah.
I've got fibs drawn on my monthly and my weekly and on my 2-day charts. So I don't have to look at
Yeah.
anything. I just scroll through my scanning list initially from for 21 commodities I follow, and
Yeah.
I figure out this is the one which is giving me some sort of signal. So I'll go
Yeah.
and analyze the detailed screen about that one.
Like similar to this which is in front of us, I have put gold, lumber and soybean meal, and we can immediately see what is where and what to do with what.
Yes. So once I've got this chart, I see, okay, there is some sort of a signal happening on crude, and I'll go by crude details
Yeah.
chart, which will have all the
Yeah.
7 screens only about crude,
Yeah.
and then which will already have my trend lines and my fibs and my everything else,
Okay.
and take a trade from there,
Okay, so you have 8 charts in one screen which has helped you,
which is for scanning.
which is for scanning. Yeah, next.
And then if I go to individual commodity, I got a
Yeah.
template for each commodity separately,
Yeah.
which has got 7 charts on it.
7 charts means.
I've got a monthly,
Yeah.
got a weekly,
Yeah.
I've got a line chart,
Yeah.
got a 2-day chart,
Yeah.
and I've got a separate line chart for 2 days as well.
Okay. So you have daily line chart and 2-day line chart.
Daily line chart, 2-day line chart, daily chart, 2-day bar chart, weekly bar
Yeah.
chart, monthly bar chart, and a line chart.
Fantastic. So this is your second template.
This is my second template for each
You
commodity.
can change each time frame on a line chart.
What does it help?
So you have a 8 commodity in one screen.
Yes,
That is helpful, and you have commodity screen which is already there with you. And next.
I actually have 21 commodities which I'm following.
Okay, continue.
So then in the main template of one commodity, I'll have 7 different screens, 7 different
I
charts.
understand. We understand. You understand. Then the
So then
question was related to Fibonacci, double top, all those things. How do you remember? It's all drawn in the chart, is
it's
it?
all drawn on the chart. I can see at a snapshot where am I in terms of weekly and monthly.
So
Once
just
done.
look at the chart and decide what to do.
Yes,
Pure technical.
pure technical. Yes.
Do you listen to news
Well,
and do
I don't
you
have
jump
time to listen
around
to news.
news?
And
You
like
don't
I said,
listen to news.
commodities
Fantastic.
commodities are the ones which are least affected by news.
Commodity are the ones which are least affected by news. And Puru, I think Puru, you got the answer. He actually, your management, your term was management. He actually manages all those Fibonacci, double top, double bottom, relative divergence through his charts. Any other question?
When did you decide to, Pankaj, sorry, Anumitra, when did you decide to add these extra 10 or 11 commodities to your thing? How long did it take you to get there?
Well, the bottom line was Partha was giving us 8 commodities,
Yes,
but then there were a couple of times when he put trades on coffee.
Yeah, he's
He
the
was not
one.
without
putting
telling
anything on my
you.
chart. So I
So
started
without
Well,
telling
following
you.
we,
his profit.
And he's telling us only follow it.
I only place one card sample trade. Coffee. I did not say 21. Never.
But I
Pankaj.
started looking at the other ones. I've traded soybean before through India, so I knew a bit about soybean. So I just started following them. I followed them for 3 months, and then
Yeah.
when the patterns came up, I just took the trade and told Partha this is what I've done.
Brilliant. So let me see. Give me 30 seconds. Let me see any question from on site who are listening. Selben, Binod, Rosemary, and Sri. You can ask. Write it down or unmute your microphone and ask questions. Pankaj is talking. Yeah. Yeah. Pankaj, go ahead. Any question, Balinder? Any question to Pankaj? Balinder, you are getting what Pankaj is. I say. Yeah. Balinder is fantastic. He got newly married, and then his wife is expecting probably Balinder. When is the due date? 29th of this class. So during puja, fantastic. Next question. Anyone asked any questions? Pankaj?
So
If
in terms of
this
scanning,
is a
Yeah.
I've only got 5 screens to scan. I've got two screens for commodities. I've got
Yeah.
two screens for shares,
Yeah.
and I've got one screen for forex at the moment.
Okay, so when you open your computer, five screens lights up, and then in five screens you have two dedicated
No, I
commodity,
have
two
to I
dedicated.
have to load five different templates, and I'm done. Which only takes me like
Okay.
2 minutes each template.
So you load template one by one, isn't it?
I load templates one by one. Yes,
Yeah. Okay. So in how many minutes you are almost done with those markets?
10 minutes max.
10 minutes. Okay. Next.
Once if from those 10 minutes I figure out these are the markets I need to look at more detail,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll open those individual charts
Mm.
and then go through it. After that,
Okay.
depending on how many trades I have, it may take me an hour, it may take me 10 minutes, it may take me none after that.
Okay. All of it you mostly do for commodity during off hours after 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yes.
The marking and
Puru is
Commodities
asking.
and shares, both of them in the afternoon.
Both commodity and shares, both of them are you do in afternoon.
Afternoon, yes.
Puru is asking a question.
when does he do this all this marking of Fibonacci head and shoulder?
After 6 p.m.
After 6 p.m. only he does. And how frequently he does it?
How frequently you draw this Fibonacci and double bottom, double top,
I do a
Pankaj?
detailed stuff every week on a Sunday.
Every when we all of us are having time.
Yeah. And one more question on commodity which you showed corn and copper price. I know that they pretty much straightly went through, but there are other ones which I can see they didn't move. They got into range or something. Then how you manage? Because
How do you question is how do you manage a range market, Pankaj?
I'll give you an example where I was.
Maybe rough rise.
yeah, rough price.
Sometimes it goes in a range.
Yeah. So Partha, rough rice, you brought a brilliant example.
Yeah, rough price are very.
Yeah,
I'll
I
show
know.
you.
That's why I gone to rough rise.
I'll show you rough rice. I'll tell you
Yeah,
my trade.
yeah.
So rough rice, I think I went on 25th of June long.
25th of June long. Yeah, 13th June was a long, and
Sorry, my
then
my my data is slightly different to yours, so my trigger didn't
okay,
happen till 25th of June.
okay, that's around same time. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
And
And when
then
did you close this trade?
so the reason for that trade was it was bouncing on a 61.8 fib on weekly.
61.8 fib on weekly. So let's do the weekly.
So before that, do a monthly.
Do a monthly. So we'll go to monthly.
So monthly, I had a trend line going from the high of May 14,
High of May 14, which year?
May 14. That's a year.
Sorry, my mistake, my English. May 14, 14, 14, 14. May 14,
Yeah, that's the
high
first
of
buy
May.
level. From there,
Yeah,
drop below. Join the October 15 high.
October 15, yeah.
Escape to that
Wow.
candle bar.
Yeah,
So this was the trend line I already had.
yeah.
And then I had the weekly fib on
Weekly, I go to the weekly chart, and the fee we have drawn is
24th April 17 low,
24th April 17 low,
2 3 double top high. You can take any one of them.
23rd April 2018.
Yep, you can take either one. I had the first
Yeah,
one, and then it was
okay.
61.8 fib.
61.8 fib, yeah. You saw these two.
Yes, I
You
saw
saw
these
you
two,
saw
and then
you
I bought
saw
a
a
signal
monthly trend line support, and then you saw a weekly Fibonacci
61.8
support
fib.
on 4th of June. Then you went to 2 day.
Yeah, and I was waiting for the signal for long.
So let's go to 2 day, and this signal came here. Yeah.
And if you look at it, today also had a resistance on from 2nd of November low,
You mean support or resistance?
support,
Support, yeah. Yeah.
and
Maybe
below that was basically like a crack and a snapback on a bigger scale.
second of, yeah. Okay. So you have drawn this line from 2nd of November, which is must to be drawn, and you saw a crack and snapback. Wonderful, beautiful, excellent. Yeah.
So I took that long trade,
Yeah.
but then I had my fib drawn from the high of 26th April
26th April
to the low,
to the low.
and this was mucking around a 50% level.
Yeah.
And then we got a short entry signal on 17th of July,
Yeah.
which did not trigger,
Yeah.
did not. But after that, it went down day before yesterday, I think.
That's correct.
And I closed my long position. I went into the short position.
So your buy was your long was there, and you closed it, and you reversed the position when our signal came here.
Yes.
This is absolutely brilliant, excellent. So
To keep my
this
traders
is the
happy
kind
also.
of, yeah, that's very good. So this is how you can actually handle a range market as well. You should wait for the break and then take a trade. Like this range was broken, and then low taken out, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So any other question, Pankaj? You need to share anything else?
No, I think that's enough.
That's enough. Any other
All
question?
is forex
That's what I
trading.
follow in all the trades.
So, Rosemary saying thank you, Pankaj, for sharing. Very interesting. No questions. Selvan says the information and process Pankaj has said is invaluable. Thank you, Pankaj.
Pankaj, are you using a $10 chart or $1 chart?
$1 chart.
Thank you.
We saw some difference in $10 chart and $1 chart on crude oil. So, if you see the crude oil $1 for a mini lot, then this will be the signal here on 6th of June to go long. And if you see a $10 chart, I think we are comparing in back, isn't it? So if you do CL and then you go to $10, this is the one $10 chart, then it will be little, I think, can be little different because of the dollar value associated. See, little bit different. So that can also be a problem when your charts are not matching. You see here $10 or $1. So if you are a mini lot trader, like $1 a pip, you should select $1 a pip. And if you are a standard lot trader, it is good to trade on $10 charts. Any last question to Pankaj? All done?
Like Facebook sudden drop happened. How do you
Facebook.
manage that one on the shares?
He's asking Facebook did on sudden drop. Did you do anything on that?
I was long
Hmm.
and I was stopped out with close below and low taken out. So I lost about 0.4% on that trade.
0.4% on Facebook. Yeah. So next question. All right. It's all good. Fantastic. Thanks a ton, Pankaj. You have really done an excellent job. It's a wonderful help to all our trading community who are trying to understand.
Tell me, please keep us motivating always.
Puru is asking, please keep us motivating like this. And I would probably say, on behalf of Pankaj, you'll be self motivated if you draw the lines which Pankaj has drawn on monthly. Always, I say that weekly, always we do say that. And you have a lot of practice on that also. And you know what are the practice tasks we give on the monthly charts and the weekly charts. And you know how the importance of Fibonacci is as a support resistance is being played. That's absolutely invaluable. And I really appreciate your talk here, Pankaj. Thanks a ton.
Thank you, partner. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. All right. So what we will do? Are you going to Shreya Ghoshal function, Ona Mitra?
That's late.
That's
You
like
two have to go to the airport now.
okay. So just after your talk, Ona Mitra is rushing to pick his wife, and then go to Shreya Ghoshal, one of the Indian singer, which performing in Melbourne today. So what I will do, we have based on your request and based on your Pankaj talk, yeah, we have changed the format of this monthly class. So what we will do today, we will request. Last time we requested Lisha to talk. This time we requested Pankaj to talk. So when the shares are, when the traders, fellow traders or fellow students are actually talking, then it gives more understanding of the educational nature of the technical analysis to the other fellow students. And with that, what we will do today, I will actually spend some time on three different aspects which we from time to time we actually share. And those are how to handle a range market is a common questions, and most of the forex market are range market now. And how to again go do bar by bar in forex commodity, as you can see, quite trending. And so bar by bar is not difficult here, but forex at times can be actually challenging. So let's go to a forex template, and then again I will discuss the aspect of bar by bar technical analysis and how to take advantage of that. So let's go to Forex. We can do 12 hours. 12 is good. 12 is good. 12 was very good actually. Yes. Valinder is saying 12 was good. I fully actually agree with him because 12 hour was excellent. As we can see, if we can go, then so like this one, Aussie, Euro, Aussie, and then yeah, so many opportunities, and we'll discuss most of them. One of the thing I think Puru has asked, and everyone is probably asked, is how to manage or draw these lines and remember this. There's nothing to remember, as Pankaj said, because everything is in there. Everything is there in front of us. So when you have drawn these lines, so everything is there. So, for example, I will extend what Pankaj has said to some level. So, for example, if we are not getting time to draw these lines, there is a wonderful idea which you can actually borrow. Computer can actually generate. Uh, हाँ बेटा बोला হ্যাঁ কারণ মা তার আগে এসে করে নিয়েছে বেটা হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ থ্যাংক ইউ বেটা থ্যাংক ইউ sorry for that. So if you are not getting much time to draw these lines, actually you can take advantage of the computer to help you to draw on your behalf, and that it can be done through options and platform options. So if you go to options and platform options, these are the computer generated trend lines, and you can actually do horizontal lines in front of you, or you can do oblique lines. So I prefer horizontal. Let's see oblique also. So oblique means trend lines, so you can do that. Platform options and then pro real trend, and then horizontal here, yeah, horizontal lines here. So let's first do with horizontal, then we'll go to the options for oblique. So if you go to platform options and do this, see the advantage of computer generated lines, which you could have done through monthly and weekly, which Pankaj is doing. And see, it is telling us that this is a monthly. The blue one is a monthly support line. Blue means support, and this is a daily. These are computer generated, yeah, and this is a range market. So computer is telling you. So in front of us for the entire month of July, from this date, which is 2nd of July 0900, this marking is all there, and they will come and go, and they are dynamic in nature. So this computer has drawn this daily resistance, monthly support, kind of support, and kind of resistance, kind of support, kind of resistance, kind of resistance, kind of support, and kind of resistance. So if you forgot to draw, or if you have not mastered, or if you have not practiced the practice task, and you forgot to see, the Bollinger Band is also very flat. Like if you see, the Bollinger Band is very flat in front of us. The Bollinger Band is very flat. That indicates for our education that it is a flat market, is a range market. So if you forgot to see the flatness of the Bollinger, but computer lines can actually help you. So that is one way you can take advantage of computer generated lines. Those of you who are using the lines and getting better results, continue to do so. Otherwise, if you don't want to do, take it out and you can draw your own line. So you can take this out, and similarly you can have oblique lines. So for example, oblique lines computer can generate, and there is one oblique line here, and there is one another oblique line here. So not incline, I mean trend line. So this is trend line, yeah. So this is a trend line here.
Do we have to delete our own lines before that?
No. Who is asking, do you have to delete our own lines before we get computer generated lines? No, answer is no. So let's keep the horizontal lines. So this is I told you I'll discuss range market and bar by bar analysis. So the range market can be actually taken advantage of. If you are doing a manual, then you have to draw this line because that is the peak, and then you have to draw these lines, because that's the top, and you get a range market. Range market, if you are doing manually, forget about the computer. Okay, let's do first manual and then we take advantage of the computer. So first manual, this is a big one and this is a top, and we will do probably this one, which is a kind of hammer. The low of a hammer is always a support, so we draw that, and then we draw this one as a dark cloud cover, or we can go here and draw this one as a resistance. So the resistance line should be red. So the resistance line should be red and the support line should be blue. So when we have drawn this on 15th of June and we got a interaction of price on 15th of June line, which is on 19th of June, 20th of June and 21st of June. So that is the bottom, which is probably established. So when we are on 20th of June around this point, so this is the low which we will not sell, because there is support there and there is support here, which is back to back support. Yeah, so back to back support, we will not probably sell this one. Next one, how to draw the upper line. Upper line, when we were here, we could have drawn this one as a resistance, and then when we are here on this date, see, first one should be drawn on 26th of June and the second one should be drawn on 6th of July. So when we have drawn on the first 26th of June and price close above and high not taken out, then we are expecting a crack and snap back. So this is the crack and snap back happened. It went up and came down, cracked and snap back on 10th of July. And 10th of July, we could draw this one and as well as this one. So these are the three lines which you can draw. So at this point, we can say starting from 6th of July and 9th of July and starting from 15th of June. After seeing this, we can say that this is a possible established range. So to answer Puru's question, how to handle range market, first of all, we have to identify the range market. Range market identification actually takes time. It does not happen 1 or 2 days, because what do we want to see in a range market? What?
Range market, Bollinger, like
Bollinger
whether it's
flatness,
flat or not, and the previous
Fibonacci.
and previous lower high, and like if you small this chart,
Yeah,
there is a 30, like this one and this next high, like this one.
yeah,
Not a single one has been taken out.
yeah,
So we can go long or short, but
yeah,
always be careful because
yeah.
not a single one has been taken out.
So Bollinger is adding that this one is also not broken. 29th of May. Fantastic. So for range market identification, two things are required. One is a first low, which we got here, and then is a second high, like this one. So at least 3 points are at least 3 points are needed to identify a range market. What are they? The first one is a drop, second one is a peak, and the third one is another drop. So third one is another drop. So we need either two drop, one peak, or one peak and two peaks and one drop. And so once we have identified those 3 points, so I'll try to highlight those. So this is 1 point, this is 2 points, and this is 3 points. This, they can come in the form of peaks or drops, or they can come in the form of swing high, swing low, doesn't matter. What matters after identification of these 3 points is to see whether its price is breaking that points or not. Price has not broken here, so that's an established range. So at this point, we'll probably close the trades like this one. Will close the trades here. So this is how we handle the range market. First step, identify a range market through 3 points. So we got a 3 point identification of range market. Then see that crack and snapback is probably happening on the range market. So crack and snapback happened. That means it is an established range market. Then when it is established around this point, then possibly consider to book profit or close the trades if it is running long here and if it is running short here. So let's see. Yeah, so if we have sorted the market here, for example, sample setup, then we could have closed the trade here. Let's see. Yeah, we could have closed the trade here. And this is possibly not a good post trade because the reward to risk is all right, more than 1%, but we should be very very quick to close this trade on 1% because the stop loss was only 30 pips. and the profit we got 38 pips.
So we are not waiting for the Bollinger to touch.
Not always, as you can see, it will probably not touch always in front of you.
At that time, it doesn't look like it's going to. I mean, we are still in a better trend going upside. We see a big bar upward, but still there is scope to it. So how we now take a call of 1% because then every time we'll be stopping out.
In a range market, as per the rule, always 1%. Or at close at the Bollinger top.
And you
Or
can see, so like I didn't, you also failed a trade, and in this whole month, especially Euro USD, except first trade was taken out, and then I didn't enter it.
Okay.
When we see the, what do you call it, outside bar,
Yeah.
generally,
Yeah.
this one, yes, this inside bar, so it means because if someone is short at the starting point, it's of no use to wait there. Like better to keep your stop tight.
Yeah. Very good. So Ballinder observation is fantastic. If he sees a outside bar, then he probably will not to wait for the high to be taken out. Like this is an outside bar, and then in bearish engulfing, and this is an outside bar and bullish engulfing, and this is an outside bar and not no engulfing, no pattern of candlestick is here. Yeah. Anything else anyone wants to add on range market? Or any questions you want to ask on range market? Selvan is saying, can you share the seven different charts you have on the one template, please? So the seven different charts on one template, which he was referring to, I will try to see. So he was referring to commodity, and commodity monthly is one chart, which can be here, number one, and then daily line chart is number two, which can be there, and then he was referring to weekly, which is number three. So weekly is number three, and then he was referring to the main 2 day chart, which is number four. So this is number four. So this is, and the other one, this is what, soybean meal. Yeah, soybean meal is now at 3300, so we should change this to 330. You know that 330. So this is daily, and then why he has added one more, which is right click and then go to duplicate, and then you can make it 2 days. So you can actually make it to 2 day. This one you can make daily, and then you can make it to 2 days. So that's what Pankaj did. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what are the other two? Did you had 1 day chart? Did you,
I have a
Pankaj?
daily chart,
Daily chart. So without the signal or with signal?
day chart without signal.
Without signal. So what you can do, you can copy this and make it duplicate, So this will be without signal. Place it here, and then that will be your daily. So this is daily sixth one, and what is the seventh one?
I didn't have this 2 day line chart. What I had was a 2 day chart, but instead of bars, I had the line diagram on that.
Okay. Sorry, that was my mistake. So what Pankaj had, he is not having a 2-day line chart. Yeah, I was actually thinking why he's having a 2-day line chart. But anyway, he was not having that. He was having a line chart means it changed to line. That's correct, isn't it?
Yes.
So he was having a 2-day line chart. So yeah. So the 3 plus 3 6. What is the seventh one?
I also had a daily chart.
Yeah, daily is in here.
Daily with line on it, not bars.
Okay. So you had one more day. So Selvan, he was having a daily line chart like the one which if I change this to duplicate chart and make them line, so that we can do this line. So these are the 7 to so daily bar chart, daily line chart, 2-day line chart, and then daily range bar. This is the one, and then weekly, and then monthly, and then 2D. So these are the 7 charts. 7. And if you forget what is what, you can actually go here and then make it always. You can do always, so that apply to all charts. So you can see this is price chart, this is price chart, this is price chart, this is range bar, this is price chart, this is price chart, and this is price chart. Yeah. Selvan, did Pankaj answer your question? Selvan says thanks. Yeah. Very good. Fantastic. So these are the charts which you can have. This making these lines actually sometimes it helps. So for example, if I this is a kind of A class double top and then higher low. So A class double top higher low, and then the break of one, and then the break of two. You can do that. So that is also can be helpful at times on the if you change the bar to line. Just I did setting price. You can change this to anything, bar, a candlestick, Ikinasi. You can change to anything. And if you are doing only line, I would prefer line and point. So I prefer actually line and point, so that you know exactly where the close was. So if you change the line to line and point, so it will actually be better helpful. So you can see the close, and it is you can see this. So I think it can be a little bit helpful if you change to line and point. Selvan, you can do that. All right. So I was referring to the range identification. So for example, if I change this to, let's go to, we are discussing forex. So because Pankaj has covered a lot on commodity and shares, so we are discussing forex. And in forex, Balinder was discussing the
Can you see the Aussie how that
Aussie. So let's see the Aussie, and let's take advantage of the computer generated lines. We can also generate our own line. Let's see horizontal lines and see how it goes. So computer is telling us from 4th of 5th of July, we are in a range market. Fifth entire month. What is the range here? Computer has identified the low of one, and this is the low, and this is the high. So upper range, range is only confirmed at of the total. This is top, this is peak, and this is trough or swing low. So points. So one we saw on 5th of July, the other one we saw on 9th of July, and the other one we saw on 11th of July. So after this we saw, then we'll be very careful, as Balinder also told us, we should be very careful to go short here, because it's outside bar as you can see, and very careful to go long here, because that's an upper range, and very careful to go short here unless and until this range is broken. Puru.
uh, for this one, I mean, Aussie now. Actually, I can't see now. It is still looking a range now, but if you look in a 2D
Yeah,
chart,
now it is range. Yeah, now it is range.
Now it has come into a bottleneck. 2D, if you
Yeah, question. Continue.
it's a range, and now it has gone into bottlenecks. Just started.
Yeah.
2D. You can
Hmm.
open the 2D.
Continue.
So now what does that mean now? Because what, it's already rained on. Now double means still we are going to look now for coming days because it is gone into bottleneck in the 2D chart.
So the range market education staff or technical analysis tells us that if it is in an upper range like this, we will probably try to take a short position. If it is in a bottom range like this, we'll try to take a long position. Now I go to 2 day.
Yeah, just copy that.
Yeah, no, don't have to. You just change this to 2 day. The lines will be there.
See now how it is looking now. Now it is.
Now the computer line is missing. See, so for that we have to draw our own line like this one. Yeah, go.
Now what is, because the bar itself is covering both the upper and lower Bollinger now.
It's a sort of wedge actually. Same happening in Euro USD and same in this one.
Okay, Balinder is saying Euro USD. We'll go to Euro USD, but first we'll actually answer Puru's question. Puru, go
Are
ahead.
we going to trade now for this coming, because now it is like the Bollinger is restricting, or what's happening now, because the war is almost touching both sides now. I mean, it will touch couple and
So Puru is saying how to read this chart now,
yeah,
correct?
now coming month. Now this
Coming, this is the one.
yeah.
So if we have identify our range market discussion, Puru, in the last discussion we said as of now, as we speak now, there is a possible opportunity to consider long here because it is at the bottom of the range. Bottom of the range means long, so top of the range once it is established can be possibly short. So from this discussion of 12 hour which Balinder has asked and correctly asked, so this is a long bias now. So if we have a long bias now, then we have to go to see what else we can see. As we observe, Pankaj is looking monthly and then looking weekly and then coming 2 day. We also do the same thing. We actually do the same thing because what he has learned from the manuals and the practice. So these are the monthly charts. See, this is my line drawn and my line drawn, and how it is. This is the monthly chart. How I have tried to identify the support. Yeah, and this is a monthly chart. So this is a beautiful lines there on the support, and this is a weekly chart, and this is another beautiful line which is drawn at 73.29.
Just go back to monthly.
Monthly, same thing. You can go back here.
Why did you draw that second point?
Come again.
Trend line.
This one here.
On data, because that is not a TPS, because it is just a inner bar. So why you draw?
Yeah. First of all, let me see whether it is my line or it is my line. This is not a computer generated line. So this is I generated. Yeah.
Why did you draw like that?
Because this is a kind of swing low or a drop possibly. So I have made it tentative.
So it's a drop.
It's a drop. So if yeah, still we have drawn till it is running. Yeah, you can draw actually that line. Otherwise, you have to wait for this one.
Okay, that's fine. Then what do you want?
Yeah. So this is computer generated. What is computer generated? What is not? You can right click there, and it will probably this is our, and this dot line is computer generated because it is telling a here. No, this is computer generated. It will tell you configure. This is computer generated, but the blue one is our generated because there is no. Okay. Okay. So now we saw the support monthly, and that's what Pankaj also told. That's what we are also doing, and this weekly. Weekly we had only drawn this one, which is 73.29 on the 8th of May, and we are at a support for last 6-7 weeks. Just by drawing the single support line, we are at a support. We are not considering this going short because we probably never short at this support unless and until this broken. Yeah. So this is weekly. You understood? Yeah. You understood monthly. So once you have understood these two, then probably my favorite, everyone's favorite can be different. My favorite is this line chart here, and then in the line chart, what we saw a relative divergence, and then we saw a possible head and shoulder. This is the head, and this is the right shoulder. This is a possible head and shoulder forming. That's why it is tentative. And at this point, we'll never sell, whether it is FOMC or not, whatever non-farm. At least I will not consider to go short at a support, which is not a good probability setup. Yeah. So at this point, we are having a head and shoulder. So what Pankaj said in the first 36 minutes, let's recapitulate in Puru's question here on Aussie. What we saw saw in Aussie we saw a support in monthly. We saw 6 weeks weekly support at 73329, and third we are seeing a head and shoulder possible on the line chart. Yeah. So to answer your question, we will have a positive bias to the upside.
And this gray line is it pivot?
Balinder is asking, this gray line is pivot. Let's see. This is pivot monthly. Yes.
So pivot monthly and 200, the strongest one. Like
Yeah.
Now, if this range market has to be broken,
Yeah.
what I can see, what I
Yeah.
think, because it has to either touch S1M or R1M to break each way, because it can't just break on its
No,
own.
no, 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 no. It will break this.
Yeah,
it has to close above and high taken out this line.
correct. But to take the jump, big jump, because this would be a big jump if it happens, because after this we are going to see a very huge run, because it has been since 2 months or 1.5 months is running horizontally. So if it whichever way it breaks, it will break away. So either it has to, because just by Bollinger touch and taking a breakout would be difficult. Either it will enlarge its R1SM, it might do it quickly snap back both sides, it will extend its arm and then try to break at some point future.
What is the question?
No, I'm just telling that because even though it might look like it may be just a quick snapback touching that S1M, you can see that it is still within that range. S1M.
Yeah, S1 is
R1, that is
R1. This is
R1
S1.
S1M. So it might go jump either way to touch each other and then take a jump to break out this whole range of it. So it will still be ranging for some time till it breaks this whole thing. So it will do R1. Normally, it will do S1M touching or R1M touching. It will do both.
So I'll draw a line here, which is the highest, and I'll draw a line here, which is
what I'm
highest.
expecting to break this such a range, it will just not go up with a small, just jump on its own. You need a huge inertia or momentum to create that. So that momentum will be created only when it touches S1M and R1M, and then it started getting volatility. So it creates before a big jump, it will create volatility, and then it will break on one side.
no one knows that.
No one knows.
Correct. I understand.
My answer would be no one knows, and we don't wait for S1 or R1 touch. We draw the lines here, and we wait for the close above high taken out, or will be long here, possibly.
Now my question is still it will break, but it may again bounce back down. So
We don't know.
Yeah. So
No one knows. And
R1
Balinder
S1.
said because it will go there and then heat here and then again come back.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Even
No
the
one
next
knows.
bar, because it's under the pivot point, even
Yeah.
the next bar can be red.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
No one knows. Next bar, as Balinder said, it can go this way.
Yes.
Who knows? No one
Because
knows.
it can break easily if it
Yeah.
really wants to.
No, in this one, as US dollar is getting stronger due to the interest rate on the other side, so our bias will be all other currencies are suffering due to that one, and Australian US dollar is getting more and more stronger day by day. So to break this range, our bias should be on the downside of Aussie.
From technical perspective, I would be happy to see 2 TP here going long from a support. We'll never sell at a support.
Yeah. So you never, yeah, it doesn't want to unless it breaks out and closes.
And because it's the start of the month, if tomorrow bar comes red, and like either with a variation gulping or lower, like not the outside bar, I meant to say, it can it can break this downside as well. Like because US dollar is pretty strong, so that can affect those things, but no one knows.
Is it now still a downtrend as it looks like currently?
That depends on the definition of the trend. Downtrend is lower peaks and lower troughs, isn't it? So this top is not broken. So I would not say that. I would if you draw the zigzag. So this is higher high, and this is higher same high. This is same low, and this is higher high, and this is higher low, and this is higher high. So I would say it is not a downtrend. I would not say that. It is nothing because it is in a range. Range means absence of trend. Neither it is making higher high, higher low, or it is making lower high, lower low. That's why it is in a range. So the range is beautifully seen on this chart here. Okay. So next, Valinder said Euro USD. So let's go to the Euro USD and see what happened there. Yeah, I think Euro USD we already discussed, isn't it? The first point we discussed was Euro USD, and these are the 3 points to draw the range, and price is jumping around in the range. So, yeah, it can go down, it can go up. Who knows?
No one knows.
but we need to see a close below low taken out, or also support best position is to buy. Technically speaking.
Can you make the chart? Can you have a chart like without those text and all that? Is it
Yeah,
possible?
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, you can. But Puru is asking, can you take this text out? It is quite disturbing. So what you have to do, go to options, platform options, this lines, trend lines, and take this to display time frame or the highlight value. You can take this too. So that is quite clean. And you can actually go to this pivot points and take this one, so display last price. I prefer that, otherwise it could be quite clumsy. So many pointers on the y-axis
You
can
can
be
do for the
actually.
one. You don't need to do for each value.
No,
You
no, no,
can
you have
do.
to do one
No,
for
if you
each
go to
one.
pivot point straightly
No,
right
you
now,
know there is no.
Now click on the pivot points and delete it and don't save it.
Why should I delete? Pivot needs should be there, isn't it?
the display on
Okay.
the last time is there. No?
Yeah,
So
this
what do
one.
you remove from that?
I remove y-axis display.
What is that?
Yeah, like this one here. 120.09, which is coming
This one.
here.
Ah, okay. Text.
I took this one out. So it's quite clean now. I prefer clean chart. Yeah, this is quite a clean chart. So if you have identified range market, any other question on range market? How to deal with range market? So we identified range market by identifying 3 points, either two drop, one peak, or two peaks, one drop. Valinda said range market take care, special care on outside bars. Yeah, I agree with him. And then what else we discussed? Yeah, we discussed on the range market. Never consider going long unless and it is broken resistance. Never consider going short on this support unless and until it just closed below low taken out. Those are the few things which you remember on the range market. So anyone having any question on the range market, please? And we also discussed about how to take advantage of computer generated lines. Yeah. So no question as of now. Okay, so I'll go to Euro AUD and do a little bit of analysis on the bar by bar. How to take advantage of the bar by bar understanding. So let's go to Euro USD and then make it a daily chart. Bar by bar technical analysis is better possibly in daily. So sorry, bar by bar, and then we have to do the one bar, two bar, three bar reversal. Okay, so let's do that. We'll start from here. Okay, so this is a support line blue. This is a support line blue. Whether it is we have drawn it or computer has drawn it doesn't matter. But it's a relative divergence, double bottom, everything happening. So this is a relative divergence in front of us, and this is a double bottom in front of us, and this is a possible reversal of the down here. So what we will do, we how to read this one bar, two bar reversals after we have identified a support. First, we have to identify a support which we have. So we have identified a support because we have our lines and so on and so forth, and price got stuck here. So this was the support there, and the same support can be copy pasted here around 152.75. So once you have identified the support, next is take advantage of this. Can be extremely good understanding, technical understanding, and this can be used in any time frame, 4 hour, 12 hour, daily, 2 day, especially to consider where to exit if you have a position. So we'll consider from here. This is a piercing, and this all sellers out. So we'll consider from here one bar at a time, and we'll see one bar reversal, two bar reversal, three bar reversal, which is powerful technical analysis, very powerful technical analysis. And if you remember our discussion from time to time, we actually touch this one bar, two bar, three bar, and this is extremely powerful, very powerful technical analysis, especially after a support, identified support like in front of you. Why it is an identified support? Because that was an identified support there at around January, and here we have June. So once we have identified support, then we do one bar, two bar, three bar reversal. So what does it mean? This is all seller, possibly all sellers out. So from this point, will our tendency should be for long side. So this is a piercing. If we change the candle, we can change it to candle. Actually, it doesn't matter whether we are changing it to bar or doesn't changing it to candle. It is up to you, because it will show you the same thing, only the body is the difference. So this is piercing, and next one is a hammer. And the important point for this range bar, whether to go long or short, or whether to consider long bias or short bias, will depend, can depend actually this close, whether this close is below this low or not. So what I am telling you now, one bar, two bar reversal, again a very important. I'll enlarge this. So this close has to be below this low to consider for a possible short bias. So it is not short, then probably we'll have a long bias. So we had a long bias, we will continue to have a long bias. Then the next one, blue, that is continuation. We are only talking about one bar reversal, two bar reversal, three bar reversal. So this is one bar reversal. So what we can write down here, one bar reversal, reversal, one bar reversal, and make it a, that's what we are discussing. Yeah, so this is a one bar reversal. Yeah, and then we had continuation, because this is blue, we are having a long upside bias, and this is a blue, we don't have to do anything, and this is a red. So whether it is a one bar reversal, we'll have to consider seeing the close of that red candle or bar is below this low or not, then we will say that this is a one bar reversal, because it does not close below the previous bullish bar. The one bar reversal can be a hook entry, for example, let's say this one. Yeah, then this is a two bar reversal. We don't know whether the second bar was coming or not, we don't know, no one knows. So whether it is a two bar reversal or not, before writing, so what we will do, before writing two bar reversal, then we'll do write a question mark here, and then we'll delete the one bar reversal, because it was second bar also red. And then what we'll do here, we'll see the close here, we'll show the close here, which is 54.76, 54.76, whether the low here is 54.71. So this close actually not below this low, not below this low. So this is two bar reversal, exact technical definition. And then we will take this question mark, then we'll continue our bullish bias on this, bullish bias on this instrument, whatever it is, doesn't matter whether it is a commodity or a forex or a share or bond or indices. So we have a two bar reversal, and our bias is still on bullish side, and we had one bar reversal here, we had two bar reversal, and then go. So this is bullish bar continuation, this is bullish bar continuation, this is bearish bar. On a bearish bar, whether we'll write this one bar reversal question mark or not, that depends on the close of this bar, which is 54.94, and this low of this is 54.89. So this close is not below this low. So what we will do, we'll continue to have a bias, upward bias for this. Understanding? Go question.
Middle question, middle 12th, 12th of
This one here.
12th,
This
blue one.
yeah.
Yeah, that one it didn't close above the high of the then why you don't think that is now might possible reversal downside? No.
For reversal downside, it has to close below the low of the previous low. Like this red has to close below this low, this red has to close below this. We are only, because we are having a long bias here, because we are analyzing from the support, we are having a upward bias there. We are only considering the red ones, not the blue ones.
No,
blue
yes,
ones are continuation.
Correct, but if you see, we are in downtrend before that.
No, forget about downtrend. Downtrend is ended here on 4th of June.
Okay, so you ended that one. So
Yeah.
that red bar, first bar reversal, that time you had a
I'm already
on up.
already
Okay.
up bias.
Alright, so
Already up bias. So this is the our bias. So this double is our up bias. So we are up bias, and this is one bar reversal here, and this is two bar reversal, and this is possible one bar reversal. Correct? Everyone understood?
It did close.
No, it did not close.
So still continuation.
Still continuation.
Okay.
This is reversal. We will not say continuation. We will say reversal. Means what? Price can reverse towards the upside.
So it's a hook.
Yeah, possible hook consideration. So let's see. Question here. No question. Please ask questions if you have any. All right. So let's go to the next day. So this is bullish continuation.
My question, when on the first time, why you went on the up your trend?
Because this is the end of the downtrend.
All sellers
All
out.
sellers
All sellers out at a support zone. If you remember, at a support zone. This is the support zone.
Yes, but that bar didn't tell that whether that is completely or because that was inner bar and still there was to confirm that it was an uptrend. You should have waited till the high taken out because
High taken out of hammer.
Or
yeah,
this,
yes.
piercing or hammer.
Or you saw just two bars. That's why you went for high. Is it?
Yeah, as Balinda said, this
Because
high has to be taken out of the
yeah,
piercing.
then.
All right, so we were here, and then we'll see the next one. Bullish continuation bar. Bullish continuation bar.
Inner bar, what you
Doesn't matter. Only see, look the red one. Bullish continuation bar. Bullish continuation bar. Bullish continuation bar. Bullish continuation bar, and then red bar. And then this red bar close is not below this one. So this is a possible one bar reversal. Possible. We'll have a question mark there. Yeah. Let's see what happens next. Bullish continuation, bearish. So this is a possible one bar reversal. Correct. So this is continuation, and then we have a because this close is not below this low. Correct. Let's see the next one. This is two bar reversal possibly. So we'll delete this one. We delete this one, and we'll see whether the close is below this one or not. It is not, then it is a two bar reversal. So we write down two bar reversal. Actually, first one should be a question mark because we don't know whether the third bar reversal is coming or not. Yeah. So at this case, it will be a two bar reversal question mark. Two bar reversal question mark.
are you seeing any related divergence?
Delete this whatever it is Bollinger. Yeah. If you want to delete, you can delete this. I'm only talking bar by bar. Yeah. So now and then you can delete this price line as well.
It's good actually.
Isn't it?
Price line.
Price line is very good.
And if you whenever like that's what I do. So like I started following you. I use often like I got panicked often.
Yeah.
But when we see the line chart turning point, like that has happened. If there is no turning point in line chart, you can hold for like there is not necessarily that every individual can pay that deep attention like you are paying bar by bar attention. Not everyone has that deep understanding. You can follow the line chart turning point as well. You know, if line chart turning point is not good enough, just hold in that trade.
So what Balinder is saying, from this date,
like that often happens.
From this date to this date. So let's see, 4th of June this year to 27th of June. He's talking about the line chart. 4th of June to 27th of June. So let's see the line chart. 4th of June, which is this one, to 27th of June. 27th of June. And he's talking about any reverse, any opposite line turning point, and there was none. So there is no turning point here. There is no turning point here. That's what Balinder is saying. There is no turning point here to have downside, and there is no turning point there. There is no turning point there, and there is no turning point here. There is no turning point there. Balinder is saying that, yeah? Makes sense? And there is no turning point here. The only turning point came at this point. Make sense?
Also, that big gap you see in the line chart on
Yeah.
the date of 13th or 15th, I think.
15th.
15th
Huh?
15th of
15th
that
of
month.
this one.
13th probably, yeah.
Mhm.
Now you see a big gap downside and suddenly turning up. So that, how you represent
That's
that?
how we get panicked.
No, no, no.
What does that mean?
It means same thing whether it is a reversal or continuation.
No, that's not it.
So if this bar is a bearish bar,
It
if
was outside bar. You can see from
If
my
it is a bearish, then
experience.
it is definitely a downtrend. But if it happens like this up, you see a big gap and
then you see then this is the support and this is the
And it's an
continuation.
outside bar as well. You can see the on 15. That happens when market fluctuation on both side, but eventually go up. So that, but it will form this bar, 50 points
Yeah.
bar actually.
This gap happened because very volatile market was very volatile and price dropped in a quick range. So according to Balinder, when this is the first weakness after this first strength on the bullish side, so this is the first strength because turning point, and this is the first weakness turning point. So now at this point on this date, 6th of July, our job is to start drawing the range. We don't know whether it will be a range or not. So we'll delete this one and we'll delete this one. We'll hide the right hand side as if we have not seen. We will hide this one and then we'll start drawing lines. Yeah. So we'll draw the lines here because it is a relative divergence. Correct. So resistance, and then we'll draw a line segment. We can draw this one and this one because this is a trough. That is a trough. So just by 3 points, we got to see a possible range. So this is a two trough, one peak, and we have drawn the top lines and we have drawn the peak lines. So this is a possible range market on the start of this one, which is the 6th of July. So from 6th of July, let's continue our study on here, 6th of July. So we were here. We were where? We were here. So 27th of June. Okay. So this is a possible 2 bar because this close is not below this, so question mark, and this is a 3 bar. So that's why the question mark was there. So what we'll do, we'll change these to question, remove the question mark and change this to 3 bar reversal. I don't prefer 4 bar, 5 bar. I only go up to 3 bar reversal. So in that case, we'll change this line. We actually can delete. And then we'll draw this new line from this point to this point. So this is possibly a 3 bar reversal. We'll still have the bias. But see how this is 158. So our job is to draw the first peak here as a resistance. We don't know. But 3 bar reversal came for the first time because this is 1 bar reversal, 1 bar reversal, 2 bar reversal, 1 bar reversal. 3 bar reversal possibly came at the 158. So let's see.
Okay, just before
Go.
that, what does this meaning of like the body of the red signals keep on decreasing? So what is indicating?
No
You have
strength, no strength in the seller selling.
seller, so people that.
That is a good question. Guru Puru is asking, what is this company? What is the phenomenon? Why this bars body strength is coming down?
Past to 26 one. So what how you take that? Is the sellers getting weak or buyers getting
Very
or
good
what?
question.
Yeah.
So what you have to do, actually, you can combine these three candles and draw one bar. So if I drew that, your bar will look like this. Let's draw that. Very good question. So I will take the high of this one and the low. See, this is yeah. So we'll take this high and then go to this low, and then we'll change this to red, possibly to black because they are red, and make it thicker, and then draw a line when it is open. Exactly the high here is 58.27. 58.27, make it 58.27. So 58.27, and the low of this bar is 56.97. 56.97, yeah, 56.97. So that is done. Now we have to draw horizontal lines at the open. The bar open, the bar, candle open here is 57.82. So 57.82, draw a horizontal line, open. 57.82, 50. So you have to draw 57.82. Take this out, extension, make this 57.82. So we draw the 57.82 line here. So that is our open, as you know, in front of us. So this is our open 57, and the close of this one is, close is 57.33. So copy that, and 57.33, make it 57.33, 57.33, 57.33. So now if you combine these three candle and hide this, actually now is the magic. So if you hide the price invisible, so that is one single bar. So this black one is a combination of next 3 days. Yeah, got it? So we will compare this close with the previous low. So next go to settings and then make it actually candle. Yeah. So this close is not below this. So this is still 3 bar reversal. And this is continuation. It broke. So if it broke, two things can happen. Either it will be a crack and snap back, or it will be a continuation. Let's see. Can be a crack and snap back. And this close is not below this. So it can be a 1 bar reversal. Of course, it will first time it will be a
Low taken out, you don't consider it like that.
no. Close has to be below the low. So now this line is actually has to change. This line has to go here because this is the highest point now. Let's see. So this is blue, and this is red, and this close is not below the low. So this close is not below the low.
You need to compare with the first one or
Only this, no, only the previous one. So this will be a possible 1 bar reversal. Question mark. First time it is always question mark. So the previous one was successful. Now we are asking. So how many we saw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Till 6th of June to 6th of July, we got 6 successful bar reversal. 1 bar reversal, 2 bar reversal, 1 bar reversal, 1 bar reversal, 3 bar reversal, 2 bar, 1 bar reversal. We don't know about this one. Yeah. So our strength on this trend is continuously holding on the upside. Yeah, we have nothing, no panic, nothing. So let's see next one. A bull. Now this is bullish bar, no problem. This is a problem starts. So from this point, this is the first weakness of the uptrend. Why? Because this close is below the low. Now we will not be biased towards the upside. We'll have either a range market because we have a support here and a resistance there. So this is how we actually see bar by bar and take advantage of the bar reversal, 1 bar reversal, 2 bar reversal, 3 bar reversal, till a change in that concept is happening, and we are identifying the tops and the peaks. So what we have identified, we have identified one peak, and we have already one line which is coming from either computer or from us. We have already got 2 points. We need a third point, right? This can now be in a range market or a down market. Okay, let's see. Now here this close is not above this high.
Considering this is a crack and snapback again on upper side.
No, now this is the actual, this crack and snapback actually happened on this one. So now here this close is not above this one, so we'll have a down or a range market. Immediately an uptrend cannot go to a downtrend. No, it has to be in a
One
range.
more thing, sir. Like
Yeah, go ahead.
that happens so many times. We talk about this later as well.
Hmm.
Because month starts from here around, like pivot
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
And from our previous experience, you know
Yeah.
very well, until there is a, you like you said, T shape. I mean to say, either
Yeah.
trying to touch down, like for our concept,
Almost impossible, yeah.
it needs to try to touch down, and then if it goes up, we can say it's a continuation. But because pivot is probably where that upper line is, probably pivot is there.
We'll,
So the price
we'll
is
bring the
going
pivot,
straight
yeah.
there.
We'll bring the pivot.
So price is going straight there. So better if, because next month has started again.
So let's see the pivot. Pivot is, yeah, it's already there actually. Pivot is actually, I think, at the top.
No, you deleted everything.
No, no, I did not delete. I know what I did. I took this. I click on display only. Yeah, this is the pivot.
I mean to say, when like this thing, do you remember in 4 hour charts what's that? When price tries to touch down, like the 4 hour
Yeah,
pivot,
ATR, attempt
and
to
then
touch
it
and reverse.
try to touch down means there is no mandatory. But if it tries to and then goes up, then we can stay in that trade or we get into trade. But in this case, you can see that has happened. I didn't enter into Euro AV in the last month because it stayed went to above the pivot and it gives us the signals, but I didn't consider them the strong one actually. So better to stay away if either it is not coming from any resistance point or pivot, like that's support, pivot X.
So now we got the third one. Thank you, Valinda, for that.
You know that happened in USD JPY about 6 7 months ago. Like same scenario happened.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we got 3 points. So this is a possible pick, this is a pick, and this is a possible support. So now we can consider playing the range game. Playing the range game means we will possibly have short bias at the top and we'll possibly have long bias at the bottom.
Why did you pick the lowest one that range?
Come again?
Why the upper one is understood?
This is pivot.
But we are not the middle.
Yeah, if you delete the pivot, then you have to have your own line. So because we Parinder was talking about pivot.
That's support. I was
Yeah, I thought that's been a good idea. So let's see now we have got a possible support and a resistance. Let's see what happened entire month price played between these two. Entire month.
And now look at this one. When told you like try to touch down or touch down. This month pivot and the price below the pivot points. So,
Wow, very good.
and
But Balinder is saying now this month pivot is this one. Price has closed below and low taken out. Then possibly there can be a trade idea, isn't it?
yes.
And the credit will go to Valinder.
If you open the USD JPY, that happened about 6 7 months ago, and because my
Okay.
hands were burned in that trade, that's why I remember it.
Suddenly went.
Yes, yes.
So did you understand the advantage of 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, bar by bar analysis, and how to identify a range much before it happens, so that you are not confused whether it is a range or a trending market?
Or if happen if when you are stopped out in the range market, then probably why sure what you do because what is the way you.
Pankaj is saying wonderful. Yeah, very good. Thank you, Pankaj. Excellent. You have understood the concept. Yeah. Puru is asking one question.
In range market when you get stopped out and then you start getting worried about like
In a range market, if you have a cost of business, then what to do? In a range market, if you have a cost of business, then you simply follow the rule of the range market. Either you have a short bias from the top, like this one, or you have a long bias from the bottom, which never happened. So in this case, once the range is established here, range is not established here. That's false statement. Range requires three, 1, 2, 3. So this is a correct establishment of the range, and you should have a short bias here, either in 4 hour or 12 hour, or doesn't matter. So this is my contribution. I thank to Pankaj for his brilliant note for the first 36 or 40 minutes. Then I thought I would discuss today 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar reversals and how to identify range much before it is happening. And Balinder also contributed brilliantly in his study on pivot, which is in front of us. And now for the first time, it has closed below and low taken out, and there can be a possible trade idea, sample trade idea. Questions? Yeah, yeah.
I want to give an example like when in a trend when like if it's an uptrend, and how the sellers are reacting with different retracement, like first time, second and third time. So how to identify they're getting weaker or stronger?
Same way, bar reversals.
Yeah, like first time we got two, then we
First
got three.
time,
Like here
yeah.
is not a good example. It's not much retracements I can see.
No, in a trending market, there will not be much of a retracement
Yeah,
anyway.
but if you see three bars, not first,
Give me an
first three
example,
bars,
which one?
like you can show any other, you can slide down and
Come again?
slide down some other dates.
Either market is trending or
Yeah,
ranging.
yeah. You can see now. Like first time, one bar, then middle, then
If the, yeah, so this fellow not close above.
no. If you start from 12th of March, yeah,
This one.
yes.
So this fellow did not close below.
Yeah,
This fellow did not close below.
yeah.
This fellow did not close below, but this fellow did close below.
Uh,
But the low was not taken out. So this is a crack and snapback.
Low, yeah, okay.
Low of this bar not taken out. This fellow did not close below, but this fellow closed below and the low taken out. So from this point, we will change the bias, which was upside with an outside bar, as Valinder said, to the potential downside.
And even you said, do you remember last time that
Yeah.
in a year,
And
hardly
yeah.
3 times price broke the T2, like the resistance two.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you take the 3%, like 3 times, like out of in a whole year? So 3 months that happens again.
Yeah. When you go above R2, then you see R2.
R2, R3, you mean? Or
Yeah,
R2, like hard, how many times it breaks the R2 in any
very less.
unless it is
Percentage
strong
wise.
trend without any resistance, you see.
Like commodities, like lumber, we gave a head and shoulder break. It's still falling. 10,000 pips fallen.
And you see bigger bars on the uptrend side, it's bullish.
Like if for a moment, if we change this to lumber to see what is happening on the downside. So this is downside, yeah? And the downside has started from the resistance line. Can you see this? And this is outside bar. Valinder said that. Yeah. So if we consider this as a resistance line, all-time high.
Immediately quit out.
See if we so if we are going here from here, so that's a big jump, yeah.
When next day it is actually opens with a big gap, then you are losing it.
It's a 12, first thing, it's a 12-hour chart actually. So you can see in a 2-day chart as well, or 1-day chart.
So let's see.
And the gaps only good. Gap up and gap down in 12 hours, starting of a trend or finishing of trend.
Yeah.
Like gap down
Yes.
at this time,
Starting that.
yes, starting of a trend can be.
So now here, let's see. At this point, when my lumber went up to 65,000, doesn't matter. Daily is fine. You can change it to today. So what is happening here? So upon this region, we have an outside bar, tremendous engulfing because it's an engulf almost 3. And then this close is not above this high. So 1 bar reversal, this close is not above this high, 2 bar reversal. And this close is not above this high, although above this high, but this is not above this high. So 3 bar reversal. And it continued to do so up until it saw a support here. So this is support here. So if anyone has taken a short bias from this point, 62,000 till now, it's a 20,000 pips drop in 1 month, 2 months.
And you also said one thing, so like
Yeah.
generally good trade comes according to yours backtesting, first 10, 15 days and the last days, like not in between. So
Yeah.
you can, that's I also notice, like if you miss the first trade, it's okay, you can wait for the second month, start of the month. And
So Puru was talking about 2 days chart, so I have changed it to 2-day chart. How to do reversal on 2-day chart? It does not close above, so reversal. It does not close above, reversal. It does not close above, reversal. It does not close above, reversal. It does not close reversal. This fellow had closed below. This is a problem here. But immediately Valinder said it has to close below pivot, which it did. Close below pivot. And then when it is closed below, so if you have a short position from here, you should close it at here when it close above,
and even
above
R2,
here.
like this support too, the support.
Yeah, it happened. It R2. Yeah, this is the R2.
Now you see that pin bar over the hammer.
This one here.
That hammer on six. That time you will get.
Well, this one.
No, six.
No, second, this one.
Four. Yeah, four, right. Because it was now it has rejected that support. Yeah. Now there were you
High
tend
not
towards
taken
that
out.
area.
Reversal not happened. Nothing happened.
I not taken out yes, but reversal.
It is not a reversal bar. It did not close above the high.
So that red bar you have to looking for the above.
First of all, you have to see a blue bar.
Blue bar.
The first blue bar came here, which did not close
So
above
you're
this.
not looking at all if you don't see blue bar. You just keep
That's correct.
blindly do that.
That's correct. Like this one here did not close above.
And we don't have line chart, so if you draw the line chart, we can get
Yeah.
a better idea.
Absolutely. So commodity with this is lumbar 42,000. So you have to change this to 500, for example. Let's see 500. Yeah.
What's the right configuration for this?
500. Yeah.
500. We did 330 before.
That was 33,000. So I've been made.
So for different, it is different.
Everything is, yeah. You have to just see this 42,000 and it is coming from 55,000. So average 55,000, 42,000 is around 50,000. Make it 500.
So you take a start and end.
Yeah. How to actually, as of now it should be 42, but I was discussing the range from here to here. So I took actually at this time it was 540. So I took an average of 540 and 420 and made it 500 roughly. That 20-30 piece doesn't matter. So as Valinder was saying, in this scenario, there is no turning point here.
Everything is below the
Price line.
That's gives you confidence sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. There is no reversal here. Only reversal came here, and there is a false. Immediately market reversed, and price came down here, and there is no reversal here.
As well as you see, there is no relative divergence when it.
There is no relative divergence as of now. Yeah.
Even that when it went up.
I think this is a relative divergence for the first time which is happening. Yeah. If it is a up bar, if it is a bullish
But
bar.
do you need a TP?
Yeah, of course, 100%.
Yeah, that is not confirmed for related.
Not yet. No, but possible. Possible. So line chart always helps, as Valinder is saying. So today we discussed one bar reversal, two bar reversal, three bar reversal, and how to identify range market. One bar reversal, two bar reversal is good to keep on holding your positions, and range market identification is good to understand when it is trending, when it is not. And Pankaj contributed a lot, and Balinder also contributed, and Puru also asked good questions. Yeah, any questions? Go.
If like you don't see a class double bottom, neither a B class, but you see a higher top next one, then whether that questions that whether is it end of the trend now? So how do you predict that? Like A class is simple because then you can easily visually see. Even B also that's simple, but it not always happen like that. Trend goes upward also without. So if you see a higher top, then what do you need to watch that at that time? Like you don't otherwise you just keep waiting for A class button, you lose over trend and you going back to the original position.
So Puru is asking if it is not a proper A class or a B class double bottom or double top, if it is a higher low in place of double bottom, what to do? Very simple. What you have to do is you have to let's see one example. Okay, so this is what exactly Puru is asking, I think. Puru is asking if it is not a proper double bottom because it is not here. So, but it is a proper double bottom here. So Puru is asking this one, isn't it? Puru is asking second one.
Yeah, that is clear. Then I know that. But
This is clear, so no problem. This is a problem here.
Because when there is no such, I couldn't see any A class. I'm waiting for and the trend goes up and you lose all the profit.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
So two things can happen. Either you see a left hand side like this one, if even if this is not there, so what you have to see is delete this for example if it is not there. The first thing first you saw Pankaj was drawing Fibonacci, so you have to draw Fibonacci. Okay, and then see whether it is stopping at 88 or 78. So let's see whether it stopped here. So it actually stopped here at 88.6. Can you see that? 88.6.
We don't consider 78.6.
Because it did not stop there. See, price did not stop. Crack and snap back. So it is a higher. When Puru is asking if it is a higher bottom, what to do? For a higher bottom, you need to first identify why it is a higher bottom.
There might be some divergence. Actually.
Yes.
You do not just see this one.
Is it because of a Fibonacci or because of a divergence? Relative divergence. Something is there. So if you see Fibonacci and the close above and high taken out, no question of losing this run because this high has to be taken out. So the high was taken out here. I was taken out here.
So you're that is the first way. If you're a downtrend,
Yeah. This is downtrend.
downtrend. So you're here, you're still short, and then
No, you close the trade here.
yeah.
So
When-
high of this one, 10 pips above the high. You can
Correct.
you
So
should
you're
close the trade here.
because you're looking at 0.88%. But how you know that that is close above unless
You have to close
you
here.
see a bar, then you start reacting to it, or
No,
you
no,
will not draw the Fibonacci till you see a bar.
no, no, no. You have to no, no, no. You have to draw a Fibonacci right when you see the trough here and right when you see the peak here, because you know if this is impulsive, then the job of Fibonacci is tell to what is the corrective, whether it is 33, 50, 61, 78 or 88.
Okay.
So Fibonacci has to be drawn only on this date after the completion of this, which is on 17th of July.
So you're waiting for up closing above high level. So immediately
Yes.
keep watching on that one.
That's
Okay.
correct.
So that's it.
Yeah.
And
Very good
and
question
one more,
actually.
yeah, that was it.
Very good.
Inner bar, outer bar. Give some examples here how to analyze that.
Inside bar, outside bar is good, especially as Balinder said.
Yeah.
Outside bar with a engulfing is very good. Outside bar with an engulfing is a possibly very good
And
one.
inside bar at a resistance. How
Inside bar, I think you can ignore. So let's see, make it candlesticks. Uh, this is inside bar. This is inside bar.
The next one is
This is
outside.
inside bar. This is outside. I would say outside is more
Stronger.
than inside. Inside is probably a breather, or it stops to take breath, catch up with the breath.
So when you see interval, do we need to move or take profit target? So the exclusive happens after that, and
Inside bar don't do, possibly don't do anything like this one here inside. There will be more inside bar than outside. Outside, I think only 7 to 8% maybe. You have to do your back testing.
sorry.
7 to 8% to 9%. If you have 100 bars, outside bars will be 7, 8 or 9. My observation. Your observation can be different.
And in a wedge happens, then are you predicting like what's happening in the wedge? Because in the wedge, how the bars are forming. So you can give some pre-signals like what who's getting weaker or who's stronger. What happens in the wedge?
Like in front of us, this is a wedge.
Yeah, so uh,
Sure, in front of us, if there is a wedge, this is a bad. This is not a good one.
It's an Euro USD wedge.
Euro
actually.
USD?
Like when you posted it.
Hmm. Yeah.
I think it will be a downturn in AUD and Euro USD.
This is the support which 150. Yeah, and
if these break, then some major
yeah.
problem.
So this is a hammer. The low of the hammer is 154, 115.54. So I have drawn a support line as 115.54, and computer has generated this line. I think yes, computer has generated the same line.
Are you looking any other support? Left
No,
side? No, after left side definitely something on to top.
nothing. Don't draw too many lines. Just draw single lines like I have drawn and computer has drawn.
But once it's broken, then you immediately what which line you draw.
Okay, so if this is broken, so if tomorrow bar is low taken out, if tomorrow bar is this like this one here, yeah, then our job is to draw a Fibonacci. So this is the we go left, 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 and see this drop here, first drop compared to this.
So you don't take the whole.
No, no, no. You can, you can, but I will. I'll do a very different way. So I'll take this one and then go up to this point. So the next fall would up to this point or this point or this point. So at 78.6, we need to see bar reversal or crack and snap back or reversal. Same thing, 88.6, same thing, 100. You can of course draw from here. You can of course some people do that, but I don't do that. You can do that, and you can see up to this point, and so on. You can keep these two. This is a good zone of support can be. This is a very good zone of support can be in future.
So 78.
50 and 78.
50 came
50,
from the
50 came from the big one, and 78. Okay. That's the beauty of Fibonacci. They will always confluence each other. Like this fellow 61 and 38. This fellow 78 and 60. This is 161.8. This is 127 and 78.6. Very confluential. That is the nature of Fibonacci.
about 78.6 because there is nothing much
We
orders
don't
to
know.
fill there.
We don't know.
Then wait, first 61.8 will come, so we can
Yeah.
let you know whether it breaks the 100 or not.
Yeah.
We don't want to get stronger actually. That is,
Aussie, we saw a support,
inflation.
isn't it?
No, no, sorry, US dollar. They don't want to get stronger because that will inflate them. Already they are stronger.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if
so you see
you
yesterday's figure were very normal.
let's see DX, what Puru is saying. DX is US dollar.
They don't want to imbalance the.
Let's see this DX. Yeah. So I would not say too much strength in this. I don't see.
But the problem is.
I don't see the strength here. I don't know why people say.
No, but
The
problem
guy
is
says
all
this is
other
a
currencies
resistance.
falling, so they don't want to imbalance the system.
I don't. I don't. I do. Those are all stories over a cup of coffee. I think. Technically, what I see is the
So there is
opposite of.
but there is already a resistance there.
Yeah.
So,
Technically, what I see is the opposite of US. Euro US. Euro US there was support and dollar index there is resistance. This is the mirror image because euro is 57% of dollar index. So whether you are studying euro or studying dollar index doesn't make any difference. Same thing, mirror image.
So it's not even close above, and it already shown a lot of resistance there.
So if dollar, no one knows, dollar can go this way or dollar can go to this way. If dollar goes this way, euro will go the opposite way.
How this trade war is affecting now?
Oh, those are all gossip. We are technical traders, Mike. I don't understand. I can't even spell what is the spelling of war.
And we, and we cannot analyze so many things. Sometimes real estate data or something, we don't know what's.
Balinder is so young and he's so good, contributing so well. Really, there are thousands of fundamental news which is coming for Reuters, ABC, XYZ. Whom to listen to?
And you said that news became after something happens actually.
News is all history.
All history, yes.
Always news is history.
News anchor make the story and that's it.
And everything what has happened, they will give all examples of why this happened, and this is this news, which is
news is history. If you equate news equal to history, that is 100 out of 100. But in this future market, we don't trade history. We trade future perception. That is the challenge. All good? So probably I'll stop here and I'll thank all of you, especially Pankaj for his wonderful explanation of his sharing of his knowledge and his working. And then Puru's question and Valinder's contribution. And thank you so much. Thanks a ton. Thank you all of you, Pankaj.